The process of lipid digestion and absorption can be a little complicated. So let's take a look at this in a step-by-step manner through an animation. When we consume a lipid-containing food, for example cheese, our digestive processes will start when we take our first bite. In the mouth, lipids will undergo mechanical digestion by chewing. Also, a small amount of chemical digestion will occur via lingual lipase, but this makes a very minimal contribution towards overall digestion. Once we swallow, that bolus will go through the esophagus and enter the stomach. Now our lipids have entered the stomach. At this point in time, acid will be secreted by the stomach, and this will aid in a small amount of chemical digestion. Some mechanical digestion will occur due to the churning inside of the stomach. When our lipids leave the stomach, they will enter the small intestine. We have several organs contributing to lipid digestion once the lipids enter the small intestine. First off, the liver will be producing bile. Bile is represented by the green triangles. As the liver produces bile, it is stored in the gallbladder until lipids are present in the small intestine. Once lipids enter the small intestine, bile will be released. You may remember that bile is an emulsifier. This means it will break large lipid droplets into smaller droplets. So this has been demonstrated in the animation as the large yellow circle is now formed into 4 smaller yellow circles. The next organ that will contribute to the digestion of lipids is the pancreas. The pancreas secretes lipase, which is an enzyme. This enzyme is represented by the red ovals. Lipase will continue the digestion of lipids in the small intestine. Let's take a closer look at this process. So here we've zoomed into the small intestine. We have our lipid droplets, the yellow circles, and now lipase is going to continue to break these down chemically. We're focusing primarily on triglyceride digestion here. When the lipase comes in contact with a triglyceride, it's going to break off the fatty acids from the glycerol backbone. You may remember that a triglyceride is composed of 1 glycerol molecule forming a backbone and 3 fatty acids that are attached to that glycerol molecule. So now pancreatic lipase is cleaving off the first of the fatty acids. And this will happen a second time until 2 fatty acids are released, and then we have a remaining monoglyceride. A monoglyceride consists of the glycerol backbone and 1 fatty acid. These are the products that are ready for absorption into our intestinal cells. However, they can't float over there by themselves. They will aggregate to form a micelle. The micelle is a conglomeration of lipid particles that have been digested. The micelle will take the lipids to the cell membrane, and then they can be transported into the cells. This concludes the process of lipid digestion and absorption. If you missed one of the steps, go ahead and review this animation until you have the whole process mastered.